Morning and thank you for joining us for our news updates. My name is Tandi Wimzumara and today I'm not alone. I'm with my colleague and of course we'll be taking you through some of the stories that are appearing in the newspapers. I will be taking you through the Daily Times
and the Nation newspaper.
Alright, I will start on the front page of the Daily Times. There's a headline here that reads Bishop faults politicians for fueling poverty, and part of the story reads that Auxiliary Bishop Yohane Sunjo Nyirenda of Mzuzu Diocese has said failure by politicians to seize economic opportunities has aggravated poverty levels in the country. He said this at St. Paul's Parish in Zimba District, where the Catholic Church observed the World Day of the Poor on Sunday.
Right, moving on to the second page of the Nation newspaper, Prisons for the Poor report. Poverty is imaged as a key determinant of whether one is held in prison or not, with the majority of those on remand remaining incarcerated due to failure to raise bail bonds. Paralegal Advisory Service Institute (PASI) conducted the prison audit and interviewed inmates at Mzuzu, Maula, and Kachele prisons.
Okay, you have any more local stories?
Right, children push for climate justice, and part of the story says representatives of the National Children's Parliament have asked the government to step up climate action and facilitate the participation of children and the youth in actions aimed at addressing climate change issues. Presenting their petition to members of Parliament in Lilongwe yesterday as part of the World Children's Day commemorations, the National Children's Parliament members further called for stronger climate laws and policies to protect children from adverse effects of climate change.
Okay, moving on to business. The headline here reads fuel travel cuts to save 4.2 billion kwacha, and part of the story reads that Minister of Finance Simplex Chichola Banda yesterday said the recent directive by President Lazarus Chakwera to halt foreign travel and cut fuel allocation for ministers and top government officials will help save 4.2 billion Malawi kwacha. Chakwera, during a recent televised national address focusing on recent economic developments, froze all public funding international trips for all public officers at all levels and ordered that all fuel entitlements for cabinet ministers, principal secretaries, directors, and all members of senior management of public institutions be cut in half.
Small businesses lament the lack of support from Taveta. Small and medium enterprises SMEs have lamented lack of support from the Technical Entrepreneur Vocational Education and Training Authority (TVETA) and have since asked for a strengthened partnership. The SMEs raised their concerns on Friday during an engagement with TVETA held under the Public-Private Partnerships Skills Development Forum to sensitize the SMEs to take part in apprenticeship trainings.
Okay, you have any more business before we move on to international news? Okay, a headline here reads Liberia's president-elect to review mining deals, and part of the story reads that Liberian President-elect Joseph Boakai, who defeated President George Weah in the November 14th presidential runoff, says his administration will take a close look at mining concessions as to ensure they benefit the country. Boakai, who's aged 78 and is a former vice president who lost to Weah in the 2017 runoff and campaigned on a promise to rescue Liberia, told Reuters in an interview on Sunday evening that he expected a lot of challenges, particularly with the economy.
Right, Nigeria frees 4,000 prisoners. The Nigerian government has announced the release of more than 4,000 inmates in an effort to reduce overcrowding in the country's prisons. The BBC quoted that country's Interior Minister Olumai Dunji Ojo as having said that those freed were prisoners who were jailed for failing to pay fines. The United Nations previously indicated that Nigeria's prisons were operating at more than twice their total capacity.
All right, one last one on international news. Rajoelina takes huge early lead in Madagascar poll, and part of the story reads Madagascar's incumbent president Andre Rajoelina has taken a massive early lead in last Thursday's election, boycotted by some parties, with votes from 37% of polling stations counted by Sunday evening. Rajoelina was yesterday leading with 62.4%, trailed by Steny Randia Nasolonigo at 12.2% and ousted ex-president Mark Ravalomanana at 11.2%.
Mali Army discovers a mask lake, and part of the story says the Malian Army says it discovered a mask lake in the town of Kaido that was recapturing from Tuareg rebels recently. The BBC reported that the army announced in a statement that the discovery was made during operations to secure the town last week. State forces retook the town on Tuesday after the UN mission in Mali left their camp as part of an agreement to withdraw from the country by the end of the year.
Okay, moving on to arts and culture, I will take one. The headline here reads Physics gears for 15th album launch, and part of the story reads that hip-hop artist Physics has said he's prepared for the launch of his 15th album titled Mountain Goat to be held at Amaryllis Hotel in Luntha on December 15th, 2023. The 15-track album, which he released on October 27th, 2023, has seen him collaborating with several artists, and they include Charisma, Tuno, Bucci, Sanji, Onesimus, Soja Lucius Banda, Third Eye, Black Missionaries, and J Cash, and Drifted Trick from Zambia, as well as Loki from South Africa.
Miss Malawi relieves the city experience, and Miss Malawi Just Kamponda says her experience at the International Fair for the African Fashion and Textile SITA in Conakry has been an eye-opener. The beauty queen was one of the models at the 9th edition of SITA, which attracted participation from 44 countries. Her participation was facilitated by the Ministry of Local Government, Unity and Culture through the Department of Arts.
Okay, moving on to the back page, local sports. The headline here is Fun Flames. Subheadline, Dare Tunisia. Part of the story, Malawi national football team, the Flames, face one of their biggest tests when they host Tunisia's Carthage Eagles in their second group H match of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier at Bingo National Stadium this afternoon. Following a 1-0 victory over Liberia in Monrovia on Friday, the Flames have every reason to be optimistic going into the match against the Carthage Eagles.
Farmer electoral body applauds all nominees. And partly the story says the Football Association of Malawi Farmer Electoral Committee has approved all the candidates nominated by affiliates for various positions in the association's forthcoming elections scheduled for December 16th in Mzuzu. A statement from the Farmer Electoral Body signed by its chairperson James Masumbu, a private practice lawyer, says the approval follows a meeting which the committee had on Saturday in Blantyre.
Of course, the last one still on local sports, local hockey teams blame facilities and funding, and part of the story reads that Malawian teams have attributed their struggles in the ongoing 34th men's and 25th women's editions of the Africa Cup for Club Champions 2023 to lack of adequate facilities. Malawi's representatives in both women's and men's division are yet to beat foreign sides as the continental showpiece progresses at National Hockey Stadium in Blantyre.
The last one for today, BSC Ladies win Ethco Interclub Ladies Golf Club. Blantyre Sports Club BSC Ladies Golf Team has retained the ethanol company Ethco sponsored Crocodile Interclub Ladies Golf Tournament. This was the third successive win for BSC, underlining their dominance on the domestic scene.
Alright, and of course that also brings us to the end of what we have for you in this edition of Press Review for today, Tuesday the 21st of November. If you want to know more details to the stories we read and some of which we could not, do make sure to get yourself papers, with each going at the price of 1,200 kwacha. You've been with me, Tandi Wenzimara, and my colleague. Have a lovely Tuesday.